Flute is nice.
At least that's open up one more check to if they want to do dark room for the old man, and they will also be able to see what's on top of that spectacle. See that heart container coming from the hobo.
Not the worst thing to find right now.
Yeah, we are a little bit low on health, and it's quite early game, so it's just fine.
Yeah, you never complain about hearts until you have like 7 of them.
We are getting an ice shot check here from Acer, while the others are doing some more Sora stuff.
Yeah, Koride giving us our very first look at Waterfall Fairy. Unfortunately, nothing there, and he does not have the rupees for Zora.
Yeah, and there wasn't really too much rupees inside Waterfall either, so it will be a little bit tough getting those rupees.
And just a heart container on Zora's ledge. He will not be going for that. So Koride, unfortunately, at this point, has completely orphaned Zora. Zora is all by its lonesome. So he will probably check everything else available before going there. So if Dark World access is locked behind Zora, Koride might be in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. So far, the seed has been very, very restricted. I think it's the way to go.
Yeah, super bare. Mikan having the same trouble. No rupees for Zora. Hydropower, though, with that early Houlihan, he will be able to check Zora, so we'll be able to find out real soon if our other runners are in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what he has. And I do see we had one question in the chat. Flute was found in the minimal dorm. So Mikan unfortunately died in there, so he's going to be missing that one for a while.
Yeah, we might see Mikan go over to Eastern instead, just because he's so low on bombs for doing Mini Molar Cave. Alright, Hydropower, heading on to Zora. I'm very excited. This is a very unusual situation. Hydropower doing that Houlihan at the start, it was very unusual, and if it ends up paying off, that is huge. What do you got, Zora? Tell me. Show me. Please. Oh my god!
Well, we got a reliable weapon at least, so that's nice. And one more item to we have the Dark World Axe.
Yeah, so I'm not quite sure, but I'm pretty sure the hammer is super duper awesome. Would you agree?
Yeah, we have a lot of sex up on the mountain now. We could even go in, you can go in, kill Hera because we have Miro, then we can just walk over to east side.
So Mikan, unable to do that Zora check, has gone up to Sahasrara, and it looks like he will be continuing into Eastern Palace along with Koride. Both of these runners not getting the flute out of Mini Molar Cave.
At the same time, Hydropower is heading into the castle.
Yeah, Hammer makes this a much nicer play than normal. Looks like Ace is in the old man cave, but lost his position, is trying to use bombs to find his way around.
Yeah, it can be hard if you don't have a reliable way of being able to navigate in that dark room.
I like using audio cues of the bats.
Yeah, that's only really what he has right now. But he gets through it, but it's very, very low on health. Has to be super, super careful here for the dead rocks and what I like to call the cabbages.
Okay, so dying with the old man following you is not like a normal death. He will be placed back where he got the old man, in that dark room. Except now he has no bombs.
Yeah, he can't use that to navigate anymore. Bring it back to what others have found. Others have found, Creed and Mikan has found the big key, and Hydra Power has so far not found anything in the castle.
Alright, Ace gets through that dark room on the second try, headed up the mountain. Still only have 2 hearts, though. This is a very dangerous walk. Oh!
Who's chasing him?
They got him. They got him. He did get the mountain cave save and quit point, though, so he'll be able to get back there real quick.
Yeah. Well, Hydra Power did at least found one item, the red boomerang. That will be useful early game because you can use that for stun price and for generally just stunning enemies to kill them easier. So it might see some use for that.
Yeah, definitely not the worst thing you could find. Which is obviously the single arrow.
What are you talking about? It makes so that we can kill Ganon. You're taking inside spectacle. Just a piece of heart.
So it's a very common play to get that item blind so you can get the hint tile, but it looks like Ace is just going to skip that hint tile completely and go straight to the Dark World where he can do a map check, but not much else. Oh, he can go up to Hera. He has a mirror. Ah!
I hope for his sake that it is a sword there.
Yeah, so without that hammer, he has no way of killing Moldorm. And in fact, he can't even hit these switches except with bombs, and he's very limited on those.
Yeah. Okay, that's a compass. That's good for him.
Yeah, it's going to save him some crystal switch hitting, at least.
Well, thank you, game, for that wonderful hint. In other news, Hydra Power is gonna get his flute now, so he will be able to do the whole of Mountain.
Yeah, it's too bad Korite hasn't gotten the flute yet, so he could find out where to find some cash to go to Zora.
Yeah. And as we're talking about it, because Ace doesn't have a good weapon here, he's gonna have to resort to using those pots to kill the enemies here. So it's a bit slow, unfortunately. But a nice 20 drop there. A nice damage boost here from Mikan. He's gonna give him the compass, and there was a map inside of the big set. So we have one item left.
Unfortunately, that item is on Armos, which they can't really do right now. And by really do, I mean at all. Ace, but finding an 8 bomb drop off that mini Moldorm, very helpful.
Very useful. It did find a key as well. We're seeing Corrid and Hydra Power activating their flutes. Hydra Power is going to use his to go to eastern area. Gonna see, we probably see Corrid gonna use it to get up the mountain. And it seems like there was nothing of use in Hera because Acer is out of there.
Unfortunately, Ace is not able to find any progression up there. He will have to find somewhere else to go. Looks like he's chosen Eastern as his next play.
Mikan setting up the bombs here. Can be a little bit hard if you are not used to how the mini Morlons act. And then again, even then, it can be irritating.
Yeah, I believe that mini Moldorms, like every few movements or so, they try to go towards you until they hit a wall. So over time, they make their way down towards you, wherever you are in relation to them. But there's a lot of randomness involved. We did see a bow on Desert Ledge, though, on Hydra Power's screen. No way to get to it yet, though.
We do have that mirror, so we are going to be able to get to it some way or another.
Hydra finds his blue mail in Iceheart Cave. Does he go to the mountain now?
Ice was Cave. That was a Gina.
Or, whatever. Same thing.
Same thing, different
Blue
name.
mail, it doesn't do anything, so I just write it off.
Yeah, doesn't give us any progression. It just makes you a little bit tougher to die, to be killed.
All right, Hydropower headed up the mountain now. So somebody was asking why he wasn't already going up here, and the main reason for that would be fire source. There is a chance that progression is locked behind doing the basement of Hera, so he wanted to get a couple extra checks in before making that gamble up here.
And it also is the fact that there are so many times where your Dark World axis is in a Gina and you're being led off to somewhere else. So we are seeing Hyla Power here doing what you talked about earlier and going in here blind.
Yeah, this is specifically to get the hint tile.
One very nice thing that you should learn, really, is the bomb jump in here, because it is one of the harder ones. And we are seeing him switching out to the bombs, because he's gonna be doing the bomb jump here.
That's not a bad hint.
Yeah, that is definitely a heads-up hint. Mikan is gonna skip the hint as well.
Unique item, left side swamp. I like it. So Hydropower does not get the bomb jump. He falls down the hole. So he'll have to walk back up, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
It's really not that difficult of a bomb jump. You just have to have a visual cue memorized for whatever sprite you're choosing to use.
One thing that I tend to do is visual created doing a very good one there. And let's skip that, because looking at the map we see the other 5-6 crystal in Skullwoods and Pendant, Third Rock and Ice Palace. Either way, one thing I have learned to do is I position myself to the wall next to the hole, and then I do left taps and down taps, so I feel as soon as I can go downwards, I am basically in the right position.
Oh, I have an easier way to do it. I can show you later if you remind me.
There's so many setups, but generally the golden rule: do what you are comfortable with.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
And we're seeing Hydra Power immediately leaving from Hera. He got a feeling that there's something over here on the eastern side of that mountain.
It's a little unusual to leave. I mean, it's a crystal. You just got the big key.
Yeah, and he has a weapon to kill Moldorm.
Yeah.
Ooh, and that's bombos. Not the fire source we were looking for, though. And a heart container in the big chest. Same time, Hydra Power doing what I have learned to call Resident Sleeper Cave, the Spyro Cave. And there we have our first sword.
You call it Resident Sleeper Cave?
Yeah, I thought to call it like that if we don't have boots.
I don't know, if you're going in there with 3 hearts, though, it's kind of hot. It's kind of intense trying to get past the many Moldorms.
Yeah, it is. But look what Hydra Power find in the cave. He found a sword, meaning that one weapon to kill Moldorm is locked behind another weapon to kill Moldorm.
I am so hoping for Aga required Dark World access.
Yeah, who isn't? At least a lot of love from Paradox.
Like, say we find a lamp and another sword or something, they can go into Swampy and get that unique item without the hook shot.
Yep. Yeah, it would be so fun if it was there. Nope. There we have the glove.
Aww. Hydropower gets Dark World access. There's your resident sleeper.
Yeah. But remember, he did hula hand to get the money. The others would have had to farm up to be able to get the hammer from Sora to be able to go over to east side of Death Mountain.
Yeah, Hydropower riding this god route for the time being.
Yeah. And he's not gonna go to Dark World yet. He's just gonna go and save the old man. So we can get the warp up there for later. Maybe going in just finishing off Hera. We have to see.
Meanwhile, Ace is making that play to go up to Zora. He's got the rupees. He'll get a hammer.
Yeah. At the same time, Khalid going through the escape sequence. Mika tight on his heels. And there we go. Hammer time for Acer. And we are gonna get to the Dark World through the one by Skullwoods and Willis of Outcast. Or not, he's first gonna head over to Back of Escape. I'm being a fool here.
No, Back of Escape makes a lot of sense though for him. Like, you can't really pair Back of Escape with anything, so typically, like, you want to do it as soon as you have the gloves to do so.
We have the mirror. We could pair together with the Graveyard Ledge.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, you can walk back out.
I also want to say that it's kind of ironic that there was a lot of rupees inside the Back of Escape.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate for other runners.
But they're nearly there. They are right now. You see Koid basically just going around farming rupees at the moment. We are gonna get an stamp price here on Mikan's screen. And it is 20 rupees. Perfect.
Nice.
At least the game was a little bit nice to us.
So Hydropower entering the Dark World here north of Village of Outcasts. He has everything he needs to full clear Thieves Town. But it's a very common play to go up and check front of Skullwoods first, which is what he will be doing.
Yeah, it's very quick checks. You only need 2 items, so if you find them very, very early, you can easily just run away. You don't need to do anything more in there. So it is understandable.
Although this also protects you from vanilla fire rod, right?
Oh, that happens to me so many times.
We get a Quake medallion right away.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. You have to wait and see though if we actually need it. Yeah, I remember that happened in the first race I did.
Oh, the vanilla fire rod?
Yeah. I was like thinking after that, should I do this again? But you probably know the answer to that one.
I know a lot of runners who swear off doing front of escape, and every time they choose to completely orphan it, thinking, "Oh, I'll just get the fire rod somewhere else and come back later." You know, there's always that chance that the fire rod was just in the Skullwoods and ruined them.
Yeah.
So just one item in those first 2 checks. He will go to the back. Though I think this has to be a small key. Yeah, this will be a small key.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, definitely. Because the only small key in the front was in the pinball chest.
It could be the big key leading to the small key in the big chest.
That's true, but and it's still just a small key.
Yeah, I will hide the power guard the statue there on the perfect pixel where you can't move it upwards, so I have to move it downwards to move it upwards.
It is the big key. Oh, this feels bad for hydropower.
Yeah. Because he's probably gonna go and check it now.
Yeah, so the rule is in these accessible chests before the fire rod, there has to be 2 small keys. There has to be. One of them will always be the pinball room. So when you've done everything but one location, the last location has to be the second small key. And there it is.
So we're gonna see here if he decides to check Bumper Cave. Otherwise, he's gonna go down to Wheels of Outcast. Yeah, I do like these information plays that we see here from Hydra.
Yeah, this is a very comprehensive routing that he's taking right now. Just making sure he does everything that's on the way. He'll probably go over to Graveyard Ledge as well. Yep.
I find it funny that Blue Cane is locked behind the cape, which is usually use either of those 2 items for invisibility and stuff like that.
It's vanilla, right? The blue cane being behind the cape.
Yeah, but still, it's funny. Oh, we're seeing Corrid falling down the middle on Moldorm.
Oh, it's very unfortunate. Big time loss from that. So Ace gets Darkwold access as well, and he decides he's going to start at Hype Cave.
That's Positive Hype Cave. Well, the first item is a piece of heart. The same goes for Graveyard Ledge. Second item is the red mail. There is Tiny Smith, Silvers, and Red Cane. Okay, it was hype. It was.
So those myths are a big pickup for Ace Zero, because now he'll be able to check the Smith sequence while he's going through Village of Outcasts, which Hydropower would have to come back for.
Yeah, and I'm also looking at that cane he found, because we have except for fire source, which might not be required. We might have a very early Mire.
I mean, they might even be able to get inside Turtle Rock right now.
Yeah. And if my memory serves me correct, the fire rod could be on Laser Bridge, which would be horrible but incredibly funny.
It's really, really rare. There has to be a very particular key layout, but yes, it is definitely possible.
Well, let's hope for that then.
Oh, I always hope for that. I live for that. Every seed I play, I'm just hoping, oh, I wish this is fire rod on Laser Bridge. Please let it be this one.
Yeah, and was also another thing that was pointed out in the chat. We have now access to the bow.
That's true. I don't remember which of our runners actually saw that.
I think it was Hydra Power that did it. Because he went to Gina before going up to the mountain.
Okay, so I would expect him to do that as soon as he gets those myths in Hype Cave, which will be in a while, unfortunately.
Yeah. And we get some additional explosive inside Brewery. Mikan has killed off Moldom as well, and we found a piece of heart, meaning that we don't need to do basements today, so we are not going to leave an item behind there.
Thank God.
And Hydra Power going into Town and finding the big key in the first chest.
Yeah, he will definitely be able to full clear this dungeon, and even if he doesn't know the blind script, he has plenty of safety for doing blind.
Yep.
So Ace is going to be routing the opposite direction from Hydra, going from Hype Cave up through Village of Outcasts, which he'll be able to check these Smith checks on the way, starting with hammer pegs.
Yeah, it's summertime. Otherwise, though, when it comes to Shift Town, nothing really interesting in the front.
Yeah, I think at this point you're not really expecting to find like all the awesome stuff in Thieves Town. Like you don't feel bad about doing it. It's a crystal. Go moding it is basically never going to happen. So full clearing this feels pretty okay, even if you get nothing for it.
Yeah. So we saw a bottle in pigs, and we got scammed actually today from the Smiths.
Yeah, it cost him 5 rupees to get those 5 rupees.
No, it cost him 10 rupees to get those 5 rupees.
Right, yeah, but like, it pays him back. So it's 5, the difference of 5.
I was never good at economics, so. Now we're gonna see Creed following Hydropowers route and going into the warp by Kakwika. That hint was very nice.
Yeah, something sharp, fire locked, and Misery Mire.
And we're gonna see Mikan going to the Hype Cave, so we have cross routes here.
Yeah, there's merits to both of these Darkwold starts, both Village of Outcasts and Hype Cave. Given the Myths location, though, I'm thinking Hype Cave was definitely the play for this seed.
Yeah, but there have been so many times where the Hype Cave is just dead. There's no better word for it. One route I have seen a few people do here when they go to Hype Cave is go up and check Pyramid into Catfish. However, considering that we've already been to Sora, it doesn't have much value.
Yeah, I think the main reason to like go up to Catfish at that point after you've already done the flipper checks is because Zora is so or not Zora, but Catfish is so orphaned, not being able to be combined with those flipper checks anymore, that if you think you're ever going to do it, that's probably the best time to do so.
Yeah, it would be a Galaxy brain play at this point. And yeah, we're seeing Hydropower skipping that cest here. Meaning that there's only a small key, map, and compass left.
Or he just forgot. But probably just map and compass.
Let's hope it is like that. We're gonna see it on Acer's side. Oh, Mikan doing a little bit of Galaxy play here, going into an early swamp.
Yeah, we got that hit for a unique item. Could be something good.
Imagine if it's Fence Vanilla.
I think ideally it is actually the hook shot is what he's hoping for here.
Yeah. A heart container is hold with the fishes.
So that is, yeah, that's Catfish.
Yeah, because the other 6 didn't give us heart containers. Cool! But it could have also been that guaranteed boot hint for the west wing of Swamp.
Yeah, because the boots hint is guaranteed to exist. Oh my god, the hookshot was in the first chest.
That's so evil, and
wow.
I love
it. Wow!
That's so evil. That's so evil.
So even with the unique item on left side swamp hint, with the bow being accessible over on Desert Ledge, it's very, very easy for our other runners to decide it's not worth it. Let's just wait until we find the hookshot before going to swamp. Unfortunately, it's in swamp.
Yeah. That feels as bad as when Fire Rod is vanilla. It is about the same quantity.
So at this point, I don't care that Mikan was the last one to get a Dark World access. He's in the lead as far as I'm concerned, until everybody else goes to Swamp.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely feels like it at this point. So, what other fun items can we put on the left wing of Swamp?
Well, I think you're right. Like the boots is a very likely item to find there because on the hint tiles, one of the hint tiles in the game will always be a boots hint. So every time you find a hint that might be referring to the boots, it's more likely to be boots than anything else. Of course, right now we have 2 unique item hints.
Yep. Otherwise, Fire Rod could be a very fun one to find now.
Yeah, that would be a very fantastic item for him to find. It's probably just the mushroom. It's always the mushroom, right?
Yeah. We are seeing Hyder Power also running over there, though. It looks like he might be only running in there to get the hint. Or his second hint first before flooding.
If he does want to go into Swamp, I would expect him to at least check Hype Cave first, just in case the hookshot was in there.
But he's going up to Hype Cave.
When he finds the mitts here, I really doubt he's going to dip into Swamp, especially if he remembers that bow was on Desert Ledge.
Yeah, absolutely. And considering also Desert Palace is the green pendant, he might be led there if he finds a fire source inside of Desert while he's collecting his bow that, maybe I should do this so I don't need to do extra trips over to that area.
And he will be leaving. Meanwhile, he can pick up Fire Rod, left side Swamp. Swamp's the play, you guys. I don't care what anybody else thinks. Always go Swamp.
I'm sorry.
Fire Rod does have some unfortunate implications, right? So we might be seeing an Ice Palace dip in McCann's future. But for now, I think he'll probably end up doing Skull Woods and likely Misery Mire, although I missed the medallion requirement for that.
Yeah, I was checking that one either, but we did see that wonderful arrow.
It's basically Go mode.
Yeah. So yeah, let's just talk about how irritating this is for the other runners. Mika found the hookshot in the first chest, which can have an item, and then he finds Fire Rod on the left wing of Swamp.
On the plus side, both of those items lock a significant portion of the game, so our other runners will eventually be bottlenecked into going into Swamp if they don't choose to do it right away.
Yeah. Hey, that was Cape as well. Yeah, on the flooded chest. And Bootlock Desert confirmed.
And there's our third medallion in Swamp Palace.
Ooh.
Although it's Mikan's first.
Yeah. Okay, checking on Ace screen now. It is Ether that is required, so that's good for Mikan.
Yeah, Mikan currently able to clear 3 crystal dungeons after Swamp Palace. And as soon as he finds the bow, another 2.
We do know that he is gonna head to that area soon, though. So.
Wait, are we in no mode? No, we need a sword.
Yeah, we need an additional sword.
That's it, though, right?
It depends. It could be. We could have Ganon's big key torch.
Right.
So we would be in Schrodinger's go mode.
Ace finding that bow on Desert Ledge. Good news for him, but also kind of bad news for him.
Yeah. But there's a high possibility that we are in no mode and go mode at the moment. Although the logic would say that, hey, you don't have lamp yet.
Oh wait, we found a sword hint.
Yeah, in Meyer.
Meyer, yeah.
And Mikan is probably gonna head there soon.
What a seed, man! This is everything's behind going into swamp.
Yeah. A little bit extended Dark World access, would I say, but otherwise it has been a pretty jet of a seed.
So from Mikan's position, I would expect him to go straight into Meyer and get his Master Sword. And once he has the Master Sword, just go mode everything else in the game and hope that the boots aren't required.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, A0, not going into Swamp Palace with his bow, will instead do Palace of Darkness.
Not surprised by it. We have the mirror, so we have both Pod and Eastern clearable. Well, if he knows his Dark Room, but I'm gonna assume he does. So yeah, not a bad play per se either.
Yeah, no, this makes a ton of sense from his point of view. Unfortunately, he doesn't know that the Hookshot and the Fire Rod are both in Swamp Palace. All he knows is that it's a mystery unique item on left side.
Yeah, and Mikan did pick up the bow there. So yeah, he will be able to kill off Victorious very easily as well. He could have just gone in and missed that.
So you might have seen him check his bottles real quick. I don't think he needed to do that. The silver arrows will make Vitreous pretty free, but maybe he's a little worried about the dark room. It's one of the trickier dark rooms.
Yeah, when I at one point did a tier list of the dark rooms, and I came to criteria that if there is multiple rooms, if there's something you need to interact to, what enemies are in there, what are the criteria. So yeah, Meyer landed pretty high because of that. And one other criteria was also how big is the room. And so that was referencing the two mazes, one in Aga Tower and one in Pod. Because there it can be a little bit hard because of just you might not know where you are.
Well, the one nice thing about the Meyer Dark Room is that you are guaranteed a sword for doing this. Because you needed a sword just to enter the dungeon in the first place.
Yep.
Mikan finding the powder. That's pretty nice, actually. He'll be able to heal up any damage that he takes doing the Dark Room.
Yeah, that's quite a nice find. Same time, we see also the power being right behind him. Khalid heading into, they're gonna float away. I think I was gonna head into the castle.
Correct, finding that bow, just like Hydra and Ace, he will be grabbing it and probably going into Pod as well.
Yep.
I mean, for our other runners, when does Swamp actually look like a good play? They're all gonna have like 4 or 5 crystals before they ever go in there.
I would say they are gonna head in there when Pod and Eastern has been cleared out, and also possibly a few of the stuff up on the Dark Death Mountain. But the last one is just a second though. But Master Sword found by Acer on the Bowlock side of a pod. Yeah, it looks like Mikan is heading straight to the back. He is considering this as go mode.
Well, he found both items here.
Yeah.
He got the sword, right?
Don't know yet. Have to see later on.
We can open your menu. Do it.
Come on.
He can't hear me.
He
There-
doesn't.
there he goes.
He don't have it.
He doesn't have it?
No, he didn't pick it up.
What? Me can. Come on, buddy. Maybe he didn't get the hint. Well,
Yeah,
with the big
that's
key,
probably-
with the big key and pod being in the back, he's likely to get that one that was on the Bowlock side of pod.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, there are a few runners who just love to go victorious fast in case he has an item, because that saves you a little bit of time. But I still don't like it, because yeah, you can potentially leave items behind if you go directly to victorious.
Well, if he knows, if he doesn't know about the sword on left side, I think it makes a lot of sense for him to just go straight to Vidi. Like, he has so many checks left in the game. There's 3 more swords. Like, he's gonna find a sword, surely.
And we are seeing fake powder being set up by Hydra Power.
Unfortunately, it's not going to be that hook shot he desperately needs.
Yeah. Ba 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 ba. Okay, he failed it. There we go. Ba 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 bad kid. And it's a sword.
It's a sword. Mikan will pretty much definitely not be getting that one.
Probably not. But that means we have knowledge of all 4 swords.
And Mikan is he's skipping the one in Mire, and he's probably not gonna be hitting Batcave, so he needs to do the right side pod. It's very likely he'll do that in his search for the big key.
Yeah, and Victus only had a small key.
I really doubt he's going back inside for that second item.
Yeah, doubt it. Yeah, he's mirroring.
And apparently Ace found the boots or something. Yep, yeah, he has boots.
Oh, that's handy. So as soon as Acer goes to Swamp Palace, he's in go mode. And that one is guaranteed because he has the boots compared to Mikan when he finds his next sword.
Yeah, he also has that preemptive knowledge of the medallion requirement.
Yep. We are seeing Mikan farming some rupees here so he can get into pod.
You're going too fast, Mikan.
Take it easy, dude.
If you just checked more item locations, you'd have more rupees. Come on, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is, vital.
Yeah, no one noticed that Ace find the boots, only our trackers. So that I'm looking at that no one typed it out that he found it.
So it is vital that Mikan goes to the Bowlock side of pod.
Yeah. I don't think boots were on the Bowlock side though.
No, I think somebody said it was in the back in the turtle room. I don't know what you call that room. It's the room with all the turtles.
I know which one you're talking about, but I don't know the name. We're seeing Hydra going to Eastern. Kurid is going through pod as well. Mikan tightly behind him. Yeah, a small key in the first assist as well there, so that's also very nice knowledge. So yeah, Acer fighting against The Helmasaur, to get to him in the dark rooms is not also one of the easiest.
Well, he bombed the Bollock side, so it's a good sign.
Yeah. Well, Acer finished off Helmasaur and got his third crystal.
Still no hook shot.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Gotta be interesting to see where he goes next.
I feel so bad for the other runners because, like, from their point of view, this seed is going really, really well.
Yeah.
Like, I get to single dip pod, I get to single dip Eastern. As soon as I find Ether, I can go do Mire.
But yeah, think about this. What item was on the floating island?
The Pompous Battalion.
Yeah, they have seen it. They could very well be led into Ice Palace.
Oh no, that's a terrible thought.
Well, we're gonna have to assume that could happen if they really don't want to have hooks up before they go into swamp.
Yeah, I think as long as they remember that hint, though, I think they'll probably end up going into swamp before something that crazy.
Yeah.
And Mikan does pick up that Master Sword. He is officially in, as long as it's not boots locked, go mode.
Yep.
Of course, he's probably using to find the boots too.
Mode.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, he is heading to the back, so he's gonna find it. Or as I like to call it, tournament go mode. And when I use that term, it is go mode without the lamp.
I don't need no stinking lamp.
Yeah, me neither, but that's why I
can't
use
even
it.
kill Mocula with it.
So there, at 54-56, Mikan is in go mode!
The mode with which one goes.
A very, very early go mode. Because of that Galaxy play into Swamp.
What's funny is, like, it wasn't even like a super huge gamble for him to go in there, right? It's just the other runners didn't want to.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, no one wants to go into Swamp without hookshot. And I bet he was even surprised when he found hookshot in the first set. I bet when we ask him on the interviews later, he's gonna say he expected hookshot to be on the left side.
So there's only two things in the seed that have not gone in Mikan's favor. One, he did not get that sword in Mire, which was very accessible for him and even had a hint talking about it. And two, he did have a lot more trouble than the other runners getting to Dark Hole for the first time. So there is time that the other runners can make up on him from stuff like that.
Yeah, and it comes by the fact that Hammer was behind the Sora, meaning that it was a very expensive Dark World. And yeah, as someone also points out in the chat, the first cest in the Seaftown were big key. He can just get that one and don't need to open a single cest after that.
Yeah,
so he'll be able to do a lot of really quick routing.
Or so.
Yeah, it's still something. And he didn't dive Skull Woods either, so he can just go to the back there as well.
So Mikan's gonna do these Palace of Darkness dark rooms right here. These are a little tricky, although if he can find the torch to light with the fire rod, there it is. It's not so bad.
Yeah, as I said before, the other runners can very well be led into Ice Palace. Right now, I think Mikan is miles ahead of the other. But yeah, very nice fight for Mikan against Helmasaur. Acer finishing off the castle. Hydra Power and Crit is tight on the heels. Oh, Guad is actually in the eastern, it looks like.
So I think for Ace, it depends on what he does after checking the start cross chest.
Yeah.
He's run out of nice places to go, and he has to choose somewhere less nice to go. And the place he needs to choose is that unique item in Left Side Swamp.
Yeah. Well, Creative was able to get through the dark rooms of Eastern as well, so he's gonna be battling in the Armor Knights. Acer looks like he's trying to get to Helmasaur as well. No, right? He was in the.
Yeah, he was going after
room,
Dark
right.
Cross.
It's too many dark rooms at the moment.
All right, Ace.
I mix them up.
Where you going, Ace? That's not the play. Don't do that. Oh.
Aw. That's unfortunate.
So Mikan's gonna have a little easier time with these Eastern Palace Dark Rooms. He has that fire rod out. Just light a torch, turn left or right.
Yep. Yeah, Ace are heading into Skullwoods, it looks like. And Creed might be following the heels.
We're just going over to Graveyard Ledge and the boot checks.
Yeah. With the boots, it is understandable to do this route because you can just do the boots case at the same time. This saves so much time.
Did he not finish Palace of Darkness?
I would assume he did. At least find a good boomerang from this.
So Mikan finishing up Eastern. He'll head over to Skullwoods and Thievestown next.
Yeah. So let's do a little guessing game. Where was the lamp? Because remember, the logic expects us to have that before completing Eastern, Meyer, Desert Palace. Where is that wonderful lamp?
Oh, it's so totally in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, it depends on what we need. We have found all 3 medallions. But
yeah, all 3 medallions are accessible and in logic before the lamp, as well as the fire rod. So all of the not lamp lock chests in Turtle Rock are accessible logically before that lamp.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of other places it can be, but for me, it really feels like this is lamp in Turtle Rock, and nobody's gonna get it.
Yeah, it feels like that. Another one I would say would be Ice Palace.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it looks like Acer is about done with Skullwoods. Gonna probably want to do the boost location now.
Yeah, unfortunately, he grabbed the big key to the small key, like Hydra had did before him.
Yeah. Well, no, he might be heading over to get the purple chest.
It looks like he's going to finish up these Smith checks and probably go into Swamp right after.
Oh, and COVID checking a catfish. Aw.
It's unfortunate.
Oh, and Acer is gonna do more than purposes. He's setting up the fake powder as well.
Yeah, he'll get the Temperate Sword from this.
Yes, very useful.
So you see McCann, he still opens up chests that are like on the way. He's hoping for a sword, but unfortunately he will not be finding one.
Nope. Imagine a big galaxy play after this, going over and using that powder. That would be funny.
I think I'd question his sanity if he did something like that.
Yeah. Yep. There we go. Kurid heading over to open up Talarock. It looks like. Let's see what medallion is needed. Imagine if it isn't Ether. That's gonna be an obstacle then if it isn't Ether. If it's Quake or Bombos. It is Bombos, so they could be led in here as well.
He's right outside. Thankfully, without the fire rod, it's very unlikely he'll be able to get very far in the dungeon if he does choose to go in. But like we were saying before, it is possible to get all the way to Laser Bridge with that particular key layout.
Yeah. And we saw that the mushroom were just a green rupee. And that was our swagnet inside King's Tomb.
He's going to pick up Bombos. I think he's going to check inside Turtle Rock.
It could also be for Ice Palace. But yeah, let's stick with that one. But it's gonna be interesting. Let's hope if they're gonna head into Ice Palace, then it would be like, okay, let's not put the small key in the first chest. That's not gonna help them.
It's a very common item logic scenario to see either Bombos locking the Fire Rod or Fire Rod locking Bombos inside Ice Palace. Yeah. But I think when you compare that possibility to the guaranteed unique item in Swamp, like Swamp does look better to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Acer heading up the mountain as well. It is that Bombos on Floating Island. Yeah, Corinne not heading into Talarock. We're gonna see an Ice Palace play here a bit.
Don't do it, Karide. Oh, he's gonna go finish up Pod.
Yeah.
Hydropower, though, finally making that play to go into Swamp Palace.
Woohoo!
He's going to be a fair bit behind McCann, who is working on his last crystal right now.
Yeah, they didn't even realize it. This thing has gone down so quick.
A super jet seed today.
Yeah.
McCann have a little trouble with that give though.
You really want to save that extra fire rod shot. It didn't even pick up the top pot there for that extra fire rod shot. But there is hookshot for Hydra power. But yeah, there we have it, guys. So that's the 7th crystal from Mika. You guys know what time it is. It's time to guess where the big key in GT is. Get your numbers into the chat. 1 to 21. What is the magic number today?
Don't say 3.
I was literally about to type that when you said it.
If you say 3, we're not friends anymore. Be nice to me, kid. I like him. He's cute.
Don't worry. I guessed something else.
Oh wait, he has the boots. Never mind. You can say 3. It's okay. I forgot about the boots.
Yeah, he's just gonna head over and get himself some potions. One. He only has enough for one. And yeah,
Yeah, it's been very rupee starved this scene.
yeah. Yeah, we're gonna see Ace also picking up the bombos. And it looks like it's gonna open up Turtle Rock as well. He might dip it to see the hint and get the first cest.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to check Turtle Rock here because, like, the most likely scenario is that you get nothing and you're knocked out of the dungeon, like, really quick. But at least you know that the fire rod's not in there.
Yeah. So then you're gonna head.
You're already here.
Yeah. So then you're gonna head into Ice Palace instead for that fire rod to get back to Turtle Rock to find the hook shot. That is a very useful hint. Not needed, but it's very useful. Because that hint was the Book of Medora, meaning that you could piece together that is one other unique item that is not on the left side of the swamp.
Yeah, just a little bit more reason to go check out that unique item. He does get a key in the first chest, so he'll be able to check chain chomps now.
Yep. So the next one here is the big key we want to see. Oh, sorry, we want to see the small key. Nope! We are out of there! And hope you have a guess at him, because you can't guess anymore. And we are gonna get the two steps on the right side first. Gonna see if it goes full right or heads over to the left side off. That's number one. And we have a small key, but he's going left.
And we can hear he's doing what's called the Hope route or the Meta route. This is the most popular way to route the dungeon.
Oh!
It was 3.
You made me guess something else because what you said.
It's okay. We're not allowed to win anyway. A conflict of interest, right?
Yeah, well, we have to say congratulations to Yua Dasu for guessing number 3.
GG.
Funny enough, he was the one who was exactly the same after me. So thanks for that.
So McCann does continue and check Stalfo's room there. Again, looking for a sword. Not gonna find one.
Nope. Yeah, as someone points out, he did hope for the sword, but he didn't get it.
Yeah, I'll expect him to open all 4 of the gauntlet chests as well.
Yeah. And good enough there, could it heading into swamp before going to ice. Could have been led into a very ugly trap there.
Just down to Ace here to make the right play.
Yep. And heading over to Sanctuary. Okay, Ace is gonna pick up his net in just a minute. That's Argus for Hydra Power. Oh, wait. Didn't Hydra Power pick up Ether?
It's not marked on the tracker, but I would assume he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he did.
He does.
So yeah, he's also in go mode.
Me can't have a bit of trouble here in the first ice room.
Yeah, they are a bit ugly.
He has a fairy, right? So it's fine if he dies. It's just he would really like to save that fairy for something more dangerous, like
Yeah.
Ganon.
Yeah, he do also have powder, so he can use that to get some health refill here, which he did. Oh, and getting hit there to deny him from getting the quick kill, but he gets it the next.
Yeah, unfortunately, the extra time he spent in the previous room to powder the bunny beam causes Lammo's heads to come out of the sand closer together, making it very much basically impossible to get a quick kill with the Silverlers.
Yeah, near impossible. Absolutely, it depends all on how long they stay in the air, but it definitely becomes more of an RNG than. Yeah, Hyder Power heading into Finisar Swamp, and Ace is also heading into a swamp here, so we'll be able to get his Go Mode item soon.
And apparently Ace and Koride found the lamp.
Oh.
Chat says Super Bunny Cave.
Oh. Alright then.
Yeah, I feel like we're ignoring our other runners a little bit. All eyes on Mikan.
Do you question us?
Mikan is checking the gauntlet chest, hoping for a sword.
Aww.
Should have finished Meyer, Mikan. Where was that sword hit that he didn't get it? Was that the Spectral Rock one?
Yeah, I think it was. No, it was in Safe Town.
Yeah, okay, now it makes sense why he doesn't know.
Yeah, he went to Maya before Safe Town, so that's why he didn't. But still, that's ugly.
I mean, I guess if we're trading, knowledge of where a third sword is versus this amazing route, I'd take the amazing route every time.
Yeah. But at the same time, we really do see people just do a fire lock side either way. He basically had a mentality of, I'm gonna go mode this.
Yeah, I think he just happened to find the big key before checking that chest.
Yeah.
And Koride is now in go mode as well, getting that ether medallion. Ace not too far behind, just as left side swamp to do.
Yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hope you have your pens and notebooks, because it's time for geometry class.
Hyperpower did toss the verb. I'm sad.
Aww. I don't quite like the position of Agatu here.
No, these are some rude patterns.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's not so bad.
Aww.
Essentially, anytime Aga's like up against the wall, it's the worst pattern I've ever seen.
Yeah. We have only seen singles so far, unfortunately. No doubles or triples.
Mickey could spend like an extra 10 minutes on this fight. He'd still be ahead.
Yeah. He has that big of a lead at the moment. Yeah. You see Mika now heading into the fight at 117. That's crazy.
Did he end up buying a blue potion? Or did he only have enough for a green?
He only had enough for green.
Okay, so he does have at least one magic refill, so if he feels like he can handle it, he might use some cape strats in phase 2.
Yeah. Yeah, there we saw the big key from Hydra Power on that lobby. That then makes sense that he didn't check left side of Meyer because of where that was placed. But they were phase 2 for Mikan.
Yeah, his first position here with Ganon, not a very nice one. No double spins, unfortunately. There we go. We got a nice spot.
That's nice. He was as red mail, so yeah, he will not be punished by standing there.
Yeah,
And
he's
there's
free to
phase
just
3.
walk through it.
Was that wrong? Ganon was very nice today with his warps.
Yeah, very few orbs. Maybe, was it 0?
It was 1.
1 orb. Not bad.
Oh, and misses torch glitch.
Yeah, he does miss a torch glitch. This is not a big deal, though. He does have silver arrows and a magic refill if it does come to that.
Yeah, but look at the position of Ganon's is as well. They are not nice. You can't expect to be able to do multiple hits.
Yeah, he's going to want those torches to be lit closer together.
Oh, I was only talking about Ganon standing so close to the edges, make it so that you can't get additional hits with the silvers.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's, like, hard to do anyway, just with not having the torch glitch.
Yeah, but there you go. The pig has been slain. Mikan raises his sword to the sky. The victory music plays. He comes in with an official SRL time. 1 hour, 19 minutes and 48 seconds.
GG.
And you guys are gonna get a real surprise here. He came 6th in this race.
It's not too surprising, like, with how much trouble he had in the early game.
Yeah, I bet a lot of people expect, however though, a lot of people, except me as well, expected he would be first with his route. We're gonna say congratulations to Ravis 10th, who got the first position. He came in with an official SL time of 1 hour, 6 minutes and 59 seconds.
That's a fast seed.
Yeah, and that was a PB by 12 minutes and 40 seconds. After that, it was Obscure Lifeform at 2nd place with 1:11:18, and we are joined by Mikan in the call. GG, my dear.
GG.
Okay. Oh, that was stupid. That was dumb. Did you see how free that was? Oh my god. After,
Yeah, it was
after
so
the
free.
bull crap I went through at the beginning, all because I died in Mini Molderum Cave,
Yeah.
I nailed it after that, though. That was awesome.
Yeah. You probably did expect that the hookup would be in the first set. I think you would have expected to be on left side. Is that correct?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I would assume everyone was. I figured I was behind enough that I should just go into Swamp anyway and just gamble on that. Definitely wasn't expecting the hook shot in the first chest, and then after that I realized that, well, I'm just Meyer Medallion away from go mode here, except for the Fire Rod, and I know where Bamos is. That's pretty convenient. And then both the Medallion and Fire Rod were both there too. That was your funny game.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything just came down to dipping Swamp Palace relatively early. Like, I think he probably could have got away with, like, going through Thieves Town, maybe Fredisco Woods first and still get, like, a really good time. But you had to do that Swamp Dip before checking all the Myths locations.
Oh yeah, they handed you everything right there in Hype Cave. I mean, you had access up the Turtle Rock if it was Bamos, and I guess it was. I just saw on the restream someone ran past. I didn't even look at it when I went past there on the way to GT.
Yeah.
You had access to the bow, so EP and
Yeah.
Pod were clearable.
Yeah, and that was one thing we brought up. That Bombos could have been a very nasty trap because both Turtle Rock was need a bomb bus to be open, but it could have also potentially led a few of the runners into Ice Palace.
Oh yeah, if I had went up there, I was actually thinking about ice as well. Whenever I got those mitts, if I had gone up there and got that bombos and saw that Turtle Rock was bombos, I absolutely would have gone in, 100%.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, your routing ended up with go moding Thieves Town, which is great, but
How many
you
swords
did
were
miss
there?
the hint in there. You missed the hint in Thieves Town that said there was a sword firelocked in Misery Mire.
Oh well, I was pretty close to that chest, but that's fine. Yeah, my routing wouldn't have done it anyway. I had to go check to see what Mire was ASAP.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think you absolutely made the right play.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate you had Master Sword.
Yeah,
and I felt
it was a bit unfortunate, yeah.
I was debating checking Hookshot Cave, but I skipped Hookshot Cave, but then I went ahead and checked the Forest Alphos room after the big key on the torch anyway, so I don't know. I don't know. It was probably a little faster than the Hookshot Cave, but still whatever.
I feel like if you do one, you should do both, right?
Right. That's what I felt after I had checked it. I was like, I should have just done Hookshot Cave, but whatever.
Yeah.
Well, the Force Sword was magic bad anyway, so it's good that you didn't check it.
Oh, definitely not.
I mean, honestly, like in this scene, the only thing that really went wrong, like very wrong for you, was just Zora. Just happened to not have enough money.
Well, that was what was so unfortunate about dying in Mini Moldarm Cave. I didn't have any bombs left. I had to buy some, and I didn't have any way of like generating money until I got the boomerang out of Zelda Cell.
Yeah, there was one fun thing that happened, and that was that Hydra Power actually did Hula Hand. So he was first into Dark World because of it.
Oh, nice. I didn't have the glove at the time, so I couldn't do.
Yeah, he actually started with Hula Hand. That was his first action in the seed.
Oh, nice. It's very rarely. I see people do that sometimes, but I don't often see it like really matter. But it's nice that it did this time, I guess.
In open standard, it's typically a time loss to Hula Hand. That early. The weird part was, like, typically when you do the Hula Hand start, you go and buy bombs, and then you go up to Sahasrara early, right, for that meta game you play. Mm-hmm. He went to Kakariko. It's a little weird. So, like, he gets all these rupees, and then he ends up not using them.
I'm curious as to what I would have done if I had routed the Light World portion effectively. Like, if I hadn't died, I would have had the flute, obviously, immediately, so I would have been able to get to Eastern pretty quickly. I would have gotten the hammer immediately, because I would have had the money to get it. And then I would have done East Death Mountain and got my Dark World access out of the gloves there, and I have no idea if I would have dipped in the Swamp Palace immediately or not. I don't think I would have. I don't know.
Oh, because you're saying that you went into Swamp Palace on the back of feeling behind?
Yes, I did. I was, like, right at the start of the seed, right after getting, like, the mirror and flippers immediately, I was already thinking, gee, I wonder if there's something in Swamp Palace, and then I get the hint that there's something in Swamp Palace, and then I'm really itching to go there, but, I mean, there's your myths and Samaria right there. Certainly, Turtle Rock is the play, right? But no. I don't know. I don't know if I would have gone to the swamp, even if I played correctly.
Yeah, the danger there is that, like, if you don't start at Hype Cave, right? Or if you do start at Hype Cave, you get the mitts early. But when you find the mitts, it makes Swamp look like less of a good play. Because so many things just opened up. You know where you are. Yeah. You have 2 medallions. Quake was in Skull Woods if you started up there.
Oh, really?
Where Bombos is.
Yeah, you know where Bombos was, so you can even get into Ice Palace, which was a dungeon, and then you can even, get the bow and fully clear both those dungeons as well. It was so tempting.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's exactly what ended up happening with Hydropower and Korride. And A0 as well, although he's made one other fatal mistake since then. He skipped left side swap.
Wow, that's really brave. Did he get the hint?
I have to assume that he either didn't get it or forgot.
No, remember, Ace went in and checked what Spectacle Rocks. He didn't do it blind.
Oh, right. He skipped that hint.
Oh, he checked the item and decided not to get it in the hint.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. That stinks. Big time.
So he'll likely end up doing like Ice Palace before he ever goes back to Swamp.
Yeah. Yeah, we are now seeing him having gone back to the mountain to check off all of the other stuff up here that he hadn't banned earlier, like Hookshot Cave and stuff like that. Wouldn't be surprised to see him head into Spike Chest after this. But he did find a half magic there inside of Hookshot Cave, so at least something.
Oh, that would have been cool. I bought an emergency green potion because I didn't have enough money to buy a blue one.
Yeah, we saw that.
I thought you'd use some cape strats since you did have that green potion on hand.
That's why I bought it. I was like, that's what I said when I bought it. I was like, I'm gonna use some capes on Ganon because I bought this, and it's fine. He was never Ganon never really got into a position where I could like get double spins if I had used the cape, so I just didn't bother.
Wait, looks like Ethan might be heading back to Swamp.
Often when I do Master Sword Ganon, I'll like wait to phase him into phase 2 until he's in that nice spot, just to make sure that I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hyder Power now heading into his Agatu fight. Yeah, Agatu was a little bit rough for you, Mikan.
It was a little bit rough. Yeah, that was not the best.
Yeah, they're not the nicest patterns.
It's probably. Oh no, I think the patterns are fine. I'm gonna blame having the Master Sword.
Well, more than anything else, we did find the net inside of King's Tomb. Yeah, mushroom was found. I don't know if you found it.
Oh, Lamp was Super Bunny, if you were curious.
Oh, okay. I was worried, and by worried I mean hopeful, that it was going to be in like Ice Palace or something. It's like, yeah, dark rooms. You better know those.
Yeah. Yeah, this was definitely one of those seeds. But yeah,
looks like Ace is going into Ice Palace, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I know some runners choose to minimize the IRC, but I would think like when you see all these people finishing like sub 110, like you probably skip something. It's not independent ice.
I would definitely agree with that. I minimize it myself, but I'll maximize it in like rare situations. Like I think the other day when I was on here, I mentioned making a play that I probably wouldn't have because no one had finished yet. I think I was like going into a pendant mire looking for Ice Rod or something like weird.
Yeah. Yeah, this was definitely one of those seeds where the stars just aligned. At least for you.
Yeah, I guess. I just wonder what my time would have been if I had nailed the start as I intended to.
I would assume you would probably be able to shave off 7 minutes.
Oh, at least.
But there comes what you said as well with the fact that you might not have felt behind and not dipped into swamp.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm curious about, is what would have happened there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, guys, get your GGs in the set for Hyder Power, who finished it off with an official SRL time of 1:31.53. That earns him a 15th position in the race.
GG.
Yeah, I'm gonna dip out. Thank you both for commentating. This was fun.
Our
The middle
pleasure.
part was fun. Maybe not the start and the end, but the middle part was pretty good.
Thank you for putting up a good performance. Yeah, looking back at the other runners here, we see Koraid is doing phase 2 against Ganon. He's trying to get this bomb jump here. There he gets it.
Oh, I feel so bad for Ace right now.
Yeah, absolutely. But it comes to kind of the thing. Yeah, whenever you choose to skip out on the left wing of swamp, it's gonna be something on the left wing of swamp.
It's deterministic.
Yeah.
Nah, hint tiles are just so hot and cold in the game. Like it always feels like it's either like the best hint of all time, or it's absolutely nothing. And they're usually absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So it's definitely gonna feel bad for Ace to find out that his Go mode item was a hint tile that he chose to skip like 10 minutes into the game.
Yeah. Well, guys, give it up for Corid. He finished off with 1:33.44, and that gives him a 16th position in the race. GG.
GG.
But I'm probably gonna expect we see Acer just doing Ice Palace, might then head off to Desert and finish that off before he goes back to Swamp Palace. But ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by Haida Pow with GG.
Thank you, friends. How's everybody doing?
Oh, we're doing pretty good. How was Swamp Palace?
Swab Palace was pretty epic, and I think your placement in this race was determined on how fast you went to Swamp Palace, because
definitely.
I was feeling pretty good. Normally I have the IRC room closed when I'm racing, and I was feeling pretty good about this. Hey, look at me, this is going really well. Pull it up, 15th place. I'm like, well, that's typical. Like no matter how I feel, whether I feel good or bad, I end up finishing in the same spot anyway. So it doesn't really matter how I end up feeling. But yeah, if you followed that Swamp Palace hint right away, I think that led to everything. So
yeah. Funny enough, Mikan was the last to get into the dark world of U4.
Yeah, I felt good about my opening Houlihan for once, because then I had the Zora money, and I started to think like, well, gee, I can't imagine there was very good ways to farm money in this, without that Houlihan. So I felt good about the hammer and the dark world and everything, but yeah, I guess in the end it didn't really matter. So.
Well, we had the stunt price was 20 rupees, so that was kind of the thing that did it. For the other runners.
Okay.
Yeah. Everyone else ended up going to the Zora area with only like 400 rupees on hand and orphaning it.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't have. You'd eventually have to get back there anyway, and the glove was up on Death Mountain, and so you wouldn't have been able to go to the easy farming spots under the blocks for that either. So, yeah, I can see a lot of people, leaving that as a last location, like.
Yeah, absolutely. And even then, Mikan had a very unfortunate thing with that he died in Mini Moldon, didn't have enough bomb to finish it, so he went off and did other stuff.
Lovely. Yeah. Wow. I'm surprised he's so far ahead.
So yeah, that made him feel behind, and that was his reasoning to go into Swamp Palace.
I can see that. So, and that's randomizer for you, where stupid plays are rewarded for, with first place. So I see our boy Ravis is in first place overall, and he's like the king of stupid plays. So congratulations to him, of course. I'm just teasing him. But yeah, for me, I tend to play more thoroughly, and this is why I end up in above average places every time, because, it just... If you're gonna spend all that time, doing thorough plays, you're gonna lose out to somebody that gambles correctly. But you're gonna beat people who gamble incorrectly, and of course, there's plenty of those out there too. So that's why these big races are lots of fun. You get lots of variation, and I like participating, even though it tends to be. I always call myself Captain Average, and it just works out that way. So.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
one of those.
absolutely.
It's a really important point in Rando that I think a lot of new players overlook when they first start learning the game. Is that checking a location is just as much a gamble as not checking a location. Like full clearing the game can pay off just as much as skipping all the really horrible things can pay off.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I agree with your point there. Like gambling, like if you skip left side swamp, you know, for example, in a different seed, you know, that might actually be the safe play, and doing left side swamp is the gamble. And you know, it just sometimes it works out, and sometimes it doesn't. You just got to find that seed that matches up with your routing philosophy, and that's pretty much how it works. Otherwise, it's just straight up execution.
It's funny you mentioned left side swamp because that's exactly the situation that A0, our fourth restrummed runner, is in. He never got that hint for the unique item there and ended up skipping it to save some time.
Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, I see he doesn't have the fire rod yet. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. But it also goes to so whenever you choose to skip out on Swamp Palace left side, it's gonna be something on Swamp Palace left side.
Yeah, and I almost never skip it, to be honest with you. I really hate orphaning anything in a dungeon, and that you might have wondered why I skipped out on Hera right away, and that's why I went in the first floor and then I left because I didn't have a fire source yet, because I was thinking, well, there's probably something in the basement. I don't know what was there, if there was anything, but that was what informed my decision to just go straight to Paradox Cave. And leave Hera for later for when I did find the fire source, which, you know, took an hour, but whatever. Did someone find the lamp at all? Where was the lamp?
Super Bunny.
Oh, well, okay, there you go. I wasn't... You know what else I hate is walking across Death Mountain with no hook shot and trying to go all the way over to Super Bunny Cave for 2 checks, so I wasn't going to do that either, but... yeah, it was fine. Like, I felt like I played well. I see that me and Karide here are pretty close, so I'm looking forward to going back and watching it, seeing how that worked out. But yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on, and I appreciate your commentary as always. Koi, it seems like you're here every day now. I guess this is your daily thing, so that's cool. But you know, it's really cool that you do that, so I appreciate it.
Well,
And
I overslept yesterday, so
okay, that explains why you were not. I was like, "Where's Koi? I mean, Koi's not here. What's going on? Is this really a daily?" You know, so
yeah, you kind of took over that position from me when I was away for a week or so.
Well, there you go. Now you get the commentary daily team back together, so congratulations.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, well, thanks again, guys. Appreciate your commentary and tracking and restreaming as always. And we'll see you next time. Have a good day.
See ya.
Thank you. See ya. Yeah, we did see Ace there checking his map very intensely. For a moment there.
He almost can't believe it. It's really left side swamp. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. And he's heading back there. He's gonna... We do see people bomb the chest that they don't like. I'm gonna expect us to see bombos that chest right now.
No. He's going to be the consummate professional. He's going to grab that fire rod and immediately mirror out and finish the game. Mark my words.
Well, we have to see. But it's also what another one pointed out here in the chat. In his mind, fire rod could have been in the big key, he says. In the big chest, because he got the big key from Argus.
Yeah, I guess we don't know what that is, do we?
Nope.
Oh, what? No, okay. I thought he was going to skip it.
That would have been sad.
Alright, so that confirms there is only one item left in the dungeon.
Yep. But yeah, we have seen a lot of PBs today, but not surprising with this seed. But still, a very, very big flew of PB.
Yeah, definitely one of the fastest seeds I've ever seen.
Yeah, you would almost think that this seed would have been a spoiler log.
Yeah, right. I mean, like we can look at like hydropower and Corride, right? Even though they finished so much later than so many other runners, like they still had like sub 130 collections. That is so jet.
Yeah, it is. So going through here, Ravis got a PB with 1240. Obscure got 1205. AK Dritz got 843. Then we had the Plasma Kappa with 23 seconds. Sanders got 39 seconds. Samburu got 5 minutes and 42. And last here, who was finishing just a few minutes ago, was Avent Dantes, who got 5 minutes and 4 second PB. So yeah, having a lot of PBs. So there we have it. Go mode for Acer.
He minis the bombs. I was wrong.
Wow, that was so professional of him.
Oh.
We have a question here in the chat. Have you ever seen someone get the sub-hour yet?
I have not seen that myself. I have heard of it.
Yeah, I have heard of it, but I have not seen it.
It's definitely happened in like spoiler log
I do know that there was someone had 57 on inverted. I don't remember who it was though.
Yeah, inverted has a little more variability in time than open or standard.
Yeah.
Just because of like how many locations are made like really horrible versus how many locations are made a lot better. So like if you get an inverted seed where you never have to go to the mountain or something, like it's really fantastic.
Yeah, with the fact with just comparing the two starts of a normal, as I call it, standard and open, to inverted, there's a lot more limited checks in the dark world early. So that can just propel you into what I have seen before, 2 minutes light world access.
I know my best time on a seed ever is like 107 or something. So it's real cute to see Ravis just doing better than I've ever done on any seed ever today.
My best seed was Triforce Hunt, and that was barely the sub 1 hour.
Oh, I never get sub 1 hour on Triforce Hunt. I'm terrible at that mode.
Yeah, there's a little bit of different kind of mindset you have to have in Triforce Hunt. But yeah, that's the 7th crystal for Acer.
Oh, it was Ravis's best time ever as well on any seed.
Yeah,
Ravis, I'm gonna share my PB seed with you, and so you can get an even better time later.
Oh. You have that one saved.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course you save your seed.
You always save your best seed.
I don't save my best seed. I save my worst seed so I could dump them on people.
Oh, I save that too.
Get mad on someone.
I have a cross keys seed saved where you have to like go up to Aga 2 with like nothing but the bow.
Really?
Yeah, you have like the bow and 6 hard screen mail and no safeties at all. It's absolutely required. I sequence broke everything I could and still had to do it.
Yeah. I had one seed where it ended up being a PED seed where you get the shovel from PED.
Well, that's fun.
To be able to go into Maya because it was, I think it was Quake Medallion. We had Ice Rod in it so you could do Turtle Rock.
Sounds quite horrible.
Yeah.
You'd fit right in on the people who give me seats. So on the positive side here, Ace's big key is very accessible. He'll get this real quick. Just don't go Compass or Mace.
Yeah.
Alright, he's making the play.
Yeah, that's good for him. He'll be able to finish out. He should be able to get. He might be able to get sub 2 at least, if he does this very very good.
Oh, I think he'll definitely get sub 2.
Oh, I see someone in the chat saying that the worst seed they had was a PED seed with bong 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 on PED. Well, let me tell you, one other seed I had the other day. I decided to torture myself, so I decided to do an inverted key sanity enemizer, because that's fun, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
And PED were äga 2 key, eller äga 1 key. For Lumberjack were the big key to GT.
Nice.
I still have nightmares about that one. Anyway, we are on into the gauntlet for Acer.
Yeah, I feel like with average execution here on this equipment, it takes about 7 minutes to go through the gauntlet and to kill Ganon as well. So we should definitely see a sub 2 here, as long as he doesn't like fall in phase 4 or anything.
So there's some people asking in chat, just head over to my Twitch. It was the other day, so past broadcasts will still be there if you want to see that seed.
Come here, Red Zazax. There you go. Nice quick kill there on land mode too. Ooh, almost misses that slash. He gets it though. Yeah, I guess we never got to see where the ice rod was. Turtle Rock's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, it's gonna be vanilla Turtle Rock.
Absolutely. Buttersword making quick work of Moldorm too. We'll run into a little bit of trouble on these bumpers.
Yeah, if you don't get a setup at the bottom, then that whole room it just becomes more irritating.
God, these Agatu patterns, though.
Yeah. Yeah, they're so bad. At least I got a double there. And has possibility for double here as well. And yeah, there we go. Agatu is defeated. He only has the pig left.
Well, you did do better than me, can.
Yeah. Yeah, Mikan only got singles, if I remember. Yeah, quick question here to the chat. What do you guys prefer? Pork, ham, or bacon?
Bacon. Oh no, me can't heard me. I'm sorry, me can't. I was just teasing.
Yeah, Acer being the only one on the race team, also having a Buttersword, so this is gonna be a walk in the park.
Definitely dodging all those fire bats.
Yeah, expertly done. Prepping the silvers. Oh, and a Forcenet fire bat there denied him to be able to get the quick hit there. Trying for the double there, but only got the single. And there we have it. That's the 4th hit. No, not 4th hit. 4 hits. Get his GG's in the chat. Acer is gonna come in with an official SL time of 1:55.59. And that is 22nd place in the race. GG.
GG.
Yeah, and even with the fact that he forgot about left, that he decided to leave behind the left side Swamp Palace, he still got a sub 2. That just shows how much free this seed was.
Yeah, you can't feel too bad, right, when you get a sub 2.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sure he feels really bad, but he can't feel that bad.
We had a question in the chat, and I can inform that there are 3 people who are still racing.
We did have 6 forfeits this seed. A little unusual with how nice it was.
Yeah, I didn't really see that.
But I mean, like, when you see somebody finish at like 106, it can be pretty tilting if you're not in go mode.
Yeah. You're gonna see if we are gonna get Ace here into this voice call. We are totally not buying for time.
Not even a little bit. This is part of the show.
Well, while we're waiting, let's look at the schedule. Coming up, going on right now over at Speed Gaming 2 is a Final Fantasy. It is an Total Chaos tournament between Soma SR and Yoshi Kondo. Later on at 7 p.m. here on Speed Gaming 4, it's gonna be Final Fantasy yet again, the Chaos tournament. Also going on then at Speed Gaming is Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. It's gonna be Link's Awakening Warpless on Speed Gaming 3 at 8 p.m. as well as Diddy Kong Racing on Speed Gaming 2. And later on, the daily race. It has not been decided yet what channel though, so keep an eye on the schedule for where that one is going to be scheduled in.
Yeah, neither the channel nor the mode has been decided yet, as far as I know. It still says miscellaneous.
Yeah, gonna be to see what gets decided there.
I'm really hoping for Randomizer.
Ooh, that was a long time ago since we had an Randomizer here on the daily.
Right? It's been a couple weeks since I last commentated one, anyway.
I am gonna check Twitter real quick to see if they have posted a vote, because I do know they do that sometimes. Yeah, it doesn't look like it is about really the ESEA.
And we welcome Ace Zero to the voice chat. Welcome, GG.
You're with us, Ace?
Maybe he wasn't ready.
Maybe not. Do you know if anything else is happening right now?
I have no idea. Oh, I see him typing in Discord. Maybe his mic doesn't work. Looks like he's not able to hear us.
Oh. Well, we can't hear him talking either, so yeah, he definitely have more than one problem. Well, while it gets fixed, looking back at the schedule, there are two forces I missed on Speed Gaming 4 at 9 p.m., the same as the daily. It is another Final Fantasy Total Chaos tournament. And finishing off the day at 11 p.m., it is gonna be the Super Metroid Double Anti-Bingo Tournament, or DAB as it has been called, between Beeps and Cross Products.
Well, we might be able to give him a little bit more time, but We can't wait forever, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we can do that.
We got too much speed running to do.
Yeah, you can't just sit here forever.
I could, but I don't think the game doesn't want me to.
Our random number manipulation will go wrong if we sit here too long.
Yeah, I think for this seed, Ace just ended up making like just the wrong gambles at the wrong time, right? Skipping that hint house, skipping left side swamp.
Yeah, absolutely. That was kind of what happened here, unfortunately.
I mean, that's rando though. You change one little thing and suddenly it's a very different seed. Like I
Yeah,
mentioned,
absolutely.
if he had checked that hint, he definitely would have done left side swamp and finished more in line with Hydra and Karide.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, unfortunately, guys, it looks like we're not going to be able to get that interview. I think we're going to have to wrap it up.
Yeah, unfortunate, but stuff like that happens. So first of all, we are gonna give a massive shout out to our runners today, Hydra Power, Mikan, Ace Zero, and Creed for putting up an amazing show for us. Thanks so much to our trackers, which today were Lightyear and Maskell.
Yes, much love to everybody involved, and especially to you, Angles.
Thank you so much. And thank you too, Koi.
You're my favorite.
Well, guys, hope you have a good time, and we'll see you guys on the next daily race. Bye bye.
Bye, everybody.